And then once everybody come in, we'll start talking. And freaking phones, this phone is gonna go, I'm gonna turn this off because if I don't, it's just gonna go. So tell me a little bit about you.
So I'm 16. I like to work out and I work at HEB right now. So kind of just pick up shifts and stuff.
So do you like you're in the Houston area, right?
Oh yes.
So you're actually in a very good area to go back and do what you want to do, because there's a lot of great places so you can go and capture a lot of great real estate. So some of the things that we're going to go back and talk about, I hope you can take some notes. I actually have a PowerPoint that I'm going to go back and present and discuss a little bit about it. We're going to go through it kind of quickly, but we're going to have a Q&A, but it gives you a quick rundown of what it really is. A lot of times that, excuse me. Okay. A lot of times what we're trying to go back and do is trying to get a sense of an idea of what real estate really is, because my man Vernon here, he's a guy who's over there knocking on big doors with big numbers and everything. When I say big numbers, we're looking at what, Vernon, like 200 plus doors sometimes?
Hey man, 349, 549, it don't matter.
And then I know what you want to do, Nathan. You want to do like the one door at a time, and which is a good way to start in understanding that. Also to understand the wholesaling portion of it, going through and understanding how to capture the attention of the seller, asking the right questions, understanding how to do the underwriting. What is the best approach of doing it? Can you take it down creatively, or you're just going to go back and do an assignment? An assignment is when you get that contract, you control the contract, you put the property in the contract, and you sell the contract. But the main thing about it, if you don't have control of contract, you're not going to get a wholesale fee. You're going to get a bird dog fee. And we can go back and talk about that as well as time goes on. So like for basically like today, we're just going to give you a pretty good rundown of what's going on, what real estate is, and then go from there.
Okay.
And then you can meet great people like Julio, Randall, Vernon. You know, they're in the game. They're playing in the game. They're gonna be big. They're gonna be big dogs making millions and billions of dollars.
That is a fact.
That's how it's gonna be, brother.
Speaking facts.
And then and the best thing about it, what's up, man?
Hey.
The best thing about it, I'm actually have my kids in part of my business. My oldest, she's a CPA. She does my books, and my youngest, she works for property management, and she should be coming tonight. So we'll go from there. Her name is Victoria. So I'm Victor. My oldest daughter is Veronica, Victoria, Victor, and Vincent. So you might see a little bit of a
You had to think about it.
a little. Well, you know the funny thing about it is, our first daughter, we already had it planned out as it was a boy, right? Hold on, let me type this up real quick. If it was a boy, we're gonna call him Tristan Alec, because we love the movie Legend of the Falls as Tristan, Brad Pitt's character, and Alec as Alec Baldwin. So it didn't become it wasn't a boy, so it was a girl. So we had to back up, and it was Veronica. So it worked out. 4 kids later, 2 girls, 2 boys. It's fun.
Get that.
And then I'll throw a bomb here towards the end of it and tell you what happens afterwards.
You got another one?
Another what?
You got another one coming?
Dude, shit.
What's the bomb?
I'll tell you later. It's not me. The factory is closed.
Oh, man.
And there's my partner, Josh, from Canada. Many of you have heard my Canadian story. I am an international real estate investor, and this is the man who made this happen. Who else is there? Mark. Mark is up. Cool. Who else is here? Fernando. That's the man we need to go back and bring on stage. He's the one who needs to go back and train all of us. That's the guy. In multifamily, he's something else. He's
Right,
already
let's get the training.
he's the one.
Yeah,
that,
let's do it.
he's the one that we need to bring up and teach us all the right way. He's going to be our Yoda. I'm just like a Luke Skywalker. I'm just below him. All right. Oh, okay.
We can all learn from one another.
Absolutely.
Hello. On my day.
Veen. Now, Veen, I met her to go back and to look for funding for my partner's house. Veen also is something special. Now, y'all seen my electronic business card? She's one of the founding members who did start up the app.
No, I'm not a founding members.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I work for the company, but I'm the engineer that, make the software.
Okay, well, she's a badass. That's all I have to say. So if you have the link card, I'm gonna give her access to mine. She's gonna go back and make it all pretty, make it more professional. She's gonna have little special effects on it and everything else.
Yeah, and if anyone want to buy something, just let me know. I can give you some like promotion code. So.
And she's also said that you can be an ambassador, and man, she was telling me all this. I was like, don't worry about the deal. Let's talk about the link. We got some more people popping up.
Hey Victor, sorry I'm late.
Venkat, how we doing? No, brother, it's all good. You showed up.
Okay.
Venkat's another multifamily guru. So as we grow the family, we're actually bringing in people who's able to help us to take down a lot of situations between single family and commercial, and then commercial, multifamily, mobile home parks, vacant land, storage units. And if you need some money, Janet right there, she is a lender. She goes back and she's the money lady. So she can help you to get the right loans for on the single family sector of it. Sergio is another lender. He does commercial lending. He does fix and flips, X, Y, and Z. And Mark is something special too. He has built a business, and I'll let him talk later on tonight on how he can help you rent out your single family, and basically for the professional executives, for instead of a single short-term Airbnb. And Aya, she is something very special. She's I've known Aya over a year and a half, I think. We both started in the single family, and now she's moving towards the multifamily. And as you can see, there is a transition of people who are coming into the group. We all started into the single family, which was one of the easiest ways to do. Nathan, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to go back and listen, take some notes, and see where the transition starts and then where it's going to end. And where it's going to end is going to be on the commercial side. The reason why it's ending on the commercial side is where you can build generational wealth. You can go back and take down, Vernon, what's your average doors you're looking at? You got like 30, 50, 100, 200, 300 doors, right?
Yeah, right. You mean what, that I own?
No, what you're finding that they're looking to purchase and sell, right?
Oh, I'm finding anywhere from 72 right now to 580.
He's
And
all
that's,
over.
yeah. And so, and this is where we want to go to, is on getting one location with all those doors, because you can own 600 single family doors, but it's going to be all spread around in a large location. It could be like different countries, different states, different cities. But if you're able to capture just one large building with 500 doors, you're set for life. Honestly, if you really go back and think about it, you can ask even Rolando. Is that he's been how many syndications you've been in already, Rolando?
It's my third one.
Your third syndication. So you want to talk about the first two and then the last one?
Sure, yeah.
Pulling
So
up in about 2 minutes with Popeyes. Are you on the gate to the left or the right?
Sorry
If
about
you're
that.
not, you need to mute yourself if you're not talking.
I already muted him.
Yeah, okay.
so I don't my first two syndications. So the big thing I do is I have passion on is construction. So so I started by telling people, that I'm good at construction. Can I, provide that kind of value? And then just talking to people for many years, I ended up, finding a value add community that I could be bringing in my construction specialty as well as bringing in investors. So that's basically how I got into my first syndication. The first one we did was in Atlanta, Georgia, 333 units. We have quite a great team in terms of GP team, and that's, in a nutshell, that's kind of how it went down. It's a lot about doing what we're doing here, which is, talking to different people, seeing what people's goals are, and figuring out how we can align them. That's usually how it goes. The other two that I'm in, very similar aspect. I moved to Florida to try to find partnerships here in Florida, and then that's kind of how it went through. The two other properties that we're in are in Jacksonville, because of me being able to be, locally here in Florida.
Awesome. And this is as we were growing this first, the WhatsApp group, it was basically big dogs and sub two. And so I decided to go back and start bringing in, people outside the groups. Now we have 10X people here. We got 10Xers, we got sub two, we also have big dogs, but we're also bringing people outside from there because we want to make sure we can find lending. They can go back and teach you the do's and don'ts on how to go back and get some financial lending. We can also use other people's money, right? OPM. You want to go back and look for people who has money that you're able to use as a partnership or as private money to go back and take down your deals on the single family. But at the same time, it also gives you an education on what to do and what not to do. So there is a lot of things that people do not tell you until you say, hey, I have a question. What do I do in this situation? And I want to go back and make this community within a community, within a community, within a community, within a community, to go back and be able to have certain people who are already an expert in it, who's already done deals already, who knows how to underwrite deals, who knows how to go back and take a single family house and do it creatively, how to go back and get fundraising, how to do a syndication, what to go back and look for, because the people are already here. So it is the reason why the group is here. This group is not for me, okay? This group is for us. And I want everyone who comes in this group, and believe it or not, there's over 50 people in our group as it is. It started with 1. Now we're over 50, and it was blowing my mind, and it's growing. And if you are able to find people who can bring value to this group, please allow them to come in. Let them join. Let them, or tell me or Victoria. Victoria is now going to be an administrator, and then we can go back and start vetting people, because I don't want to just bring people in here. All right. This is not going to be just for everybody in the masses. Okay. There's reasons why you've been invited. Okay. Because I want you to realize that you are special. I'm not just going to invite anybody in the world to just come in here. Because if we do that, then we're going to go back and take away the mystique. We're going to go back and take away the reason why we're all together, and it's going to go sideways. Okay. But whoever's on this here too, is to always to go back and be ready to also mentor, because you all have a set of skills. Even though you think you're brand new, you don't know nothing, trust me, there's something about you that I see. This is the reason why you're here. You do have a set of skills. If you're learning how to underwrite, we can make you better. If you know how to talk to people, because that's one of the main things you have to do to be here, is to have a great personality and a way with talking to and hold a conversation. Because if you're not able to hold a conversation, then you can't really go back and become really efficient in doing the business that we're in, because we're in one business. We're in the people business. I don't care if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a cook, a plumber, a GC, a lender. We're in the people business. And if you really, really want to become successful, you have to learn how to talk to the masses. You have to be understanding and listen. And once you listen to their story, you're able to find their problem. And once you find their problem, now you can dissect and find a solution. And that's a lot of people don't really understand. It's all about get the deal, get the deal, get the deal. No, it's not about getting the deal, because you don't want to be like everybody else. How many people have you heard the horror stories of people going in there and being vultures because they want to get the contract and wholesale it, instead of finding a way to help the seller out, because they're going through a difficult time? And it's going to be our responsibility to find a good and the best solution to make it into a win, win, win. And once you get that into it, you start with your heart, you work on your mindset, and it comes out like water. Because this path that you're building between your heart, your mind, and when it comes out, there's no hesitation. It's all truth. So we want to go back and make sure you're speaking the truth. You want to be totally 1,000% transparent. And then if you don't know something, don't say, I don't know. Allow me to go back and do my research and let me get back to you within X amount of time. Give them a time frame. Do not say, I don't know. You do know, but you don't know right there. So there's a lot of little tricks and nuances that we want to go back and make sure you understand and utilize it. Okay. So we got 16 people. We'll go ahead and start the show. Some of us already seen the PowerPoint, and some of us has not. Let's see. Did it come up? Nope. Oh, it's coming. Give it a second. All right. Everybody see this? Thumbs up. Good. Good. All right. Types of real estate. Well, people always say, hey, I want to get in real estate. Well, you have to be a little bit more specific, right? And so we have single family residence, better known as SFR. Single family is going to be considered between 1 and 4 doors. We're looking at townhouses, condos, houses, duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. And then our favorite, we're going to all get into, is going to be commercial, CRE, multifamily. Now, multifamily consists of 5+ doors. And after 5, you're looking at a different level. Storage units. My favorite one is boat and RV. I'm not a big fan of mini storages. I'm not a big fan. The reason why, they put their junk in there. Boat and RV storage units, I love, because trust me, those guys are going to pay the rent because they have their toys there. You want to capture something like that. Manufacturing communities, AKA mobile home parks. This is the new way to go back and find the affordability of affordable homes. And it's a cash cow, guys. To go back and do a rehab on a mobile home, you're not spending more than $10,000. Who knows what the average rehab on a single family is? The average is $50K. And that's not doing a whole rehab. A whole rehab can go up to $100,000. A mobile home can go up to $10,000. RV park is basically, you have water, electric, sewer, and you have a parking spot for them to park their RV, and you collect rent and you upkeep the landscaping, and that's it. Simple. Warehouse, shopping centers, and office space. Now, be very aware of what's going on in that sector, because the office space did a huge decline during COVID, but now people are coming to look at those office spaces and doing a retrofit to many different things, many things. And of course, my favorite one that I'm doing right now, vacant land, which is sexy, because with that vacant land, you can put all what we just put on that piece of land. Tips to be a wholesaler. Wholesalers are someone who markets to motivated sellers using varieties of marketing strategies, and then contract the property with a heavy discount. Now, when I say heavy discount, we're talking about 50 to 60 cents on the dollar. That's deep. That's deep. So you're not looking for a brand new house ready to go back and get at that price. You're looking for something that you're looking for people who has pain in a bad situation, who's about to go for foreclosure, who about to lose their house literally to tax liens or what, and you're there to go back and provide a solution for that person so they can go back and keep their credit intact. Okay, we're there to go back and provide a solution. Remember that, because we want them to go back and not go into foreclosure. We want them to keep their credit intact, because if their credit goes crazy or they have the foreclosure on it, they won't be able to get a job, a car, an apartment, a credit card for the next 7 years. So it is your job, your responsibility to go back and stop that foreclosure. Who to market to? Cash buyers. After you get your contract, who do you go back and sell it to? Cash buyers, investors, buy and hold, and flippers. And then, Nathan, to your point, it's great to start to be a wholesaler. But one thing you have to go back and understand, you're giving up a ton of money, because once you sell it to your cash buyer, your investor, who is a buy and hold, and a flipper, they'll go about and pay you $5,000 to $10,000, but they're about to make $50,000 to $100,000. So you have to go back and see what you really want to do. Now, luckily, you have a great mom who can go back and help you to catch these suckers down, because now you can go back and partner up with your best friend and start making some money. The formula: problems equals motivations equals deals. And that's what it is, guys. You have to find the motivation, because everybody has their problems. You will hear 10 no's before you hear a yes. So don't get discouraged. You're going to hear those no's. you're going to hear so many no's that you think it's going to be like a broken record, but that's okay. It's just one no closer to that wonderful yes. Listen for their why they're selling, because you got to ask those hard questions, right? Why are you trying to sell your property? Property, do not go back and say home. If you go back and say home, now you're adding sentimental value to that piece of property, and it's going to get really expensive. How fast do you need to sell it? Where are you moving to? Because that's the next question you need to find out. Where are they going? If they don't have a place to go, do you really think they want to go back and sell? Do you think they really want to be motivated? So if they don't have a go-to place, help them. Just tell them, where would you like to go? Pay for the deposit, pay for their first month's rent, pay for the first 3 months. Because you're getting so much out of the return that you want to go back and be extra. Because that's who you are, and I want you to continue that. How much time do you need to move? And get to the why. Get to the why. Motivative people that you were looking for: burnout landlords, pre-foreclosures, inheritors, lost their jobs. They're about to move out of state because they got a new position. Distressed properties, and a person in bad financial and situations, which they made some bad choices. I've made plenty of those. And then how do you market yourself? The best way to do it, bandit signs. They're cheap. You're able to go back and do what the bandit signs are pretty cool, because you can go back and build your own buyers list. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. You get a nice little bandit sign. 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $75K. Owner finance. You stick it there. Put your phone number. Put your email. Call me. And I will guarantee that phone will be ringing off the hook and looking for that particular 3-2 for $75K. And you say, hey, I'm sorry, I just sold it. But if you don't mind leaving me your name, your number, and what you're looking for of your profile, I will keep my eye on it and I will get to you. You'll be the first one on my list. This is how you build a buyer's list, because they're motivated, they're a cash buyer, and you just vetted them. You just went back and found out they're willing to pay you $75K. If you can find something else, you can probably get more. Cold call, online. I have a list. Nathan, if you want, just send me your email. Text me your information. I will send you a list of pre-foreclosures, send you a list of tax liens. I'll send you a list of divorces, inheritance houses. They're located in DFW, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. Hence the name Victor the Connector, right? Whenever you go back and do your single family jobs, or even walking through a multifamily, you want to have a go bag. Knife, screwdriver, measuring tape, gloves. You will really do want to wear gloves. Phone to take notes, videos, and pics. Sometimes you have to have booties, depending on the house. You don't want to track dirt inside of it. Flashlight for sure. An electronic business card. This is so important, guys, because you need to go back and capture your information in their phone. And with the link, you're able to capture their information to put it into your phone, to put it into your CRM. Marketing goodies, meaning that I have I have actually pins with my name and my phone number, or stickers. Use that. Of course, you need a power team, right? A real estate agent, a GC, a roofer, a plumber, an HVAC. And then, of course, we talked about our power team. Our power team are real estate. This is going to be for a single family right now. A real estate agent, they're always good because they can help you pull comps, give you a better idea. A great title company, because you're trying to go back and find a way to take this down creatively. A lender, private money, hard money. You can also, we have people here already doing institutional money. They got some great ideas, great ways, great products. I'll have them talk later on. And now a transactional coordinator, a TC, who will help you take this deal all the way to close, which is really important. Wholesalers, you want wholesalers for lead generation, cold call, text, lead listing, pre-foreclosure, expired listings on the MLS. A general contractor to go back and help you to go back and do your rehab costs. And most importantly, please guys, you already done this already, but listen, mentorship. With a RIA, a coach, or a mentor. You know, we got Pace Morby, I got the big dogs, and I got Grant Cardone. And I got other mentors that I use, as like Brad Blazer, who does capital raising. I think the last time I counted, I had like 8 mentors. So don't have one. And your brand. This is who you are. I am VB Homes. I am VB Investments. You're going to start seeing new logos. I already got them already ordered. I have new logos coming up because I'm partnering up with different people. I got a couple of new ideas of doing a lending portion myself as a private money lender. And then we want to go back and build a business because I want to build an ecosystem inside of my business. I'm going to have a single family. I'm going to have a commercial. I'm going to have lending, and I'm going to have a development. All those are going to go back and work together to go back and make my money work. Daily videos. Guys, I cannot go back emphasize enough. This little black box in your hands is so very powerful. I remember the first time that I did my videos, Grant Cardone says, get on it for 8 seconds to say hi and who you are. 8 seconds. I did that. I think it was 3 months before GrowthCon. And I became more consistent, daily consistency. And then when I went to GrowthCon, I had people come up to me, and my daughter's here, she can vouch this too, is that they were coming up to me and say, hey, Victor, I love your videos. And I never met them in my life. And it felt like I'm a rock star because it was people just coming up to me, telling me they love my message. So this little thing is very powerful. So please use it to the best of your abilities. Go to networks. Go to meetups, go to RIAs, go to title companies, go to lending companies, go to Facebook and type in meetups for investors. Those are going to be the best ways to start finding your next partner, your next lender, your next JV, your next project, your next deal. It's very powerful. And of course, we're looking to find creative versus traditional. Well, in the market that we're in right now, traditional isn't always the best way. But if you can do a hybrid between a creative and a traditional, you're actually adding more money into your pocket. And you want to buy creative like Sub2, a Sub2 hybrid, which is going to be with a little bit of a seller finance portion to it. We can dig deep. We can dig deep later on another Zoom about it. Creative to sell, you can do a seller or owner finance. When you're selling your portion, you become the bank, but you still have control of the deal. So if they tend not to pay you, well, you can foreclose on them, take them out, do a little rehab, and rinse and repeat. So there's a lot of things to do. Buy and hold on short term, Airbnb, VRBO, and then long terms. It's basically called midterms, which is a professional rental, and then long terms having a tenant on there. So Mark, if you're listening, I would like to bring you up so you can talk a little bit about it, and then fix and flips. Now, my favorite subject, commercial real estate. Guys, this is going to be so much fun that I want to make sure there's going to be a select few that I'll be inviting to go back and discuss a little bit more in detail about commercial real estate. Now, this is the reason why I'm saying this, because they're already doing it, guys. The guys who are in the single family, once you get a little bit more time under your belt, and I can see that this will be where you want to go, and then you'll be invited to come into the commercial side of the group. Okay. The group who's already there is I've already talked to them, and we're looking to do deals as we speak. All right. So it's going to be very fast paced. We're going to talk about how to underwrite, how to go back and look for value add. This is one of the things that Ronaldo is going to be really, really good at. And I'm going to tell you here in a little bit my idea. The commercial real estate, we're looking for 5 doors or more. We're looking for a manufactured home, or supposed to be housing communities. I need to fix that. AKA mobile home parks, RV parks, boat and RV storage, and land. And the best thing about the land, everything I just said goes on the land. And you just have to have a different power team on that one, which consists of a commercial real estate agent broker, a developer, a civil engineer, a builder, a lender, and a TC. It's basically almost everything's the same. It's just a different group in your power team. And once you go back and build this, whew, it's life-changing. And then your tools. The most important thing whenever you walk into a commercial real estate is to learn. The number one thing is learning how to underwrite a deal. This is the lifeblood, whether or not this deal is going to be solid. And this is what we're going to go back and teach the commercial group on how to look and how to underwrite a deal. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way was what we call a napkin underwriting, which is quick and dirty. This is going to go back and decide whether or not we need to go back and get some further information. Is it worth my time to start doing some due diligence? And if it is, okay, what do I need? You need a P&L, which is your profit and loss, and your T12, which is your rent rolls. I do a little thing different because I want 3 years worth. Now, the reason why I want 3 years, because it tells a story in those 3 years. It tells the story of the owner's mindset. It tells the story where that particular property sits. And it tells the story where you should also be at. And we'll go into a little bit more into it. So 3 years is a magic number for me. This is how I do it. And so, and sometimes Vernon has told me, it's like, well, what happens if they don't have 3 years? Well, the information's out there, guys. You just have to go back and get a little dirty. That's it. And lead generation. Commercial real estate brokers is a great place to look for it. Vernon is the next great person to go back and look for it. CoStar is a software networking event on there. Who's not muted? There we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. Where are we at? Network events, meetups, and bird dogs. So that's going to go back and give you an idea how to get some leads. Okay. And then you want great partners. Okay. This is the reason why we have this group here, is for the partnership and a power team. Investing partners, the money, the bank, that's what you need. Boots on the ground, inspectors, GCs, title companies, real estate lawyers, and SEC lawyers, because we're dealing as there's a different set of rules in multifamily. Software consists of a CRM, and you may need an assistant, because trust me, this is going to be a lot of work. You want to go back and have a good working relationship with a bank, which has great customer service. And you also want to go back and start looking at building your business credit by a business credit card and a business line of credit. And we'll go back and talk more about it. And right now we're going to go back and talk about the Q&A, single family, commercial, power team, and I will start bringing special guests to the Zooms, talking about lending, lead source, and anything else we need to go back and discuss. Now, I actually talked to Rolando already that he's going to go back and spearhead this whole entire commercial real estate group. The reason why I asked him is because he already has 3 properties under his belt. He is a 10X. He's a 10Xer, a partner. He lives in Florida. He has already worked on several multifamily syndications. He's an engineer. We're going to go back and do some future development. And I want him and all of us to go back and do something special. And why not, right? If I have the right person in there and I have the right team here, why not go back and get everybody educated? Why not go back and train people who wants to be trained? Why not go back and spend the time and sharpen your skills to go back and become a better investor, right? So he'll be taking over. The reason why he's taking over, I have got an amazing opportunity that my partner and I are taking down 1,200 acres here in Dallas-Fort Worth, which it's already life-changing, guys. It only started with 120 acres. Now we're at 1,200. It's such a, I still can't wrap my head around it. Okay. I can't even contemplate the money yet. So tomorrow, we did have a meeting to go back and discuss underwriting. I have to cancel that. The reason why is I'm meeting with the developers, talking about the GC percentage, talking about the money, talking about the future, talking about the extra 300 acres that we're going to go back and add from the 120 acres. We're going to go back and look at phase 5, 6, and 7. We have to talk about phase 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now we have to go back and talk about 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're also going to be able to discuss, talk to the seller himself about the other 1,000 acres that we're able to go back and take down. And one of my future partners, Sergio's there. He had this wonderful person. He connected with me. Her name's Candace. We're going to go back and take it down and do some wonderful things with it. And so more to come, guys. And what we're wanting to do on the commercial side is, like I said, we're going to teach everybody how to go back and underwrite, understanding the concept of really looking how to look at a deal. So if anyone here has any questions, go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call you so you can come up. Turn on your cameras if you don't mind when you're asking a question. And so we can go ahead and get this thing going. It could be on single family, commercial, whatever you want to ask questions, ask away. Look, guys, I know someone has questions. If you don't, I'm gonna go back and start picking people out.
I don't have a question, Victor, but damn, it's quiet. Okay.
Did I
Sorry.
scare everybody? Is that what, did I scare y'all?
You're doing such a great job.
I want to know how you got the 1,200 acres. I mean, that's just insane.
You want to know the secret?
I do, especially from 20 in that area.
Who wants to know the secret? Raise your hand.
I'm up here.
Okay. You know what it is? Having a badass partner who brings you this deal. That's the secret. Is being totally 100% transparent of who you are and becoming a brand that brings you the deals, guys. It's not always hunting. It's sometimes it's delivered in a nice bow to you, you know, and you hear stories like that and people don't believe it, but it's so freaking true. Is that you go back and hustle. I've been hustling for 2.5 years. January 2020 was when I found Grant Cardone. Did his thing. COVID hit. I stopped. Grant came back and pivoted and did the Platinum Accelerator program. Got into that. Got into the big dogs. Fast forward, got into Pace Morby sub 2. Fast forward to that, if it wasn't for sub 2, this deal that I'm in right now would not have happened. 0. Because it was sub 2 who helped me to secure the money to put me in front of the developer to capture this deal. And this deal, the only thing it's doing is just growing and growing and growing. Every day is a new thing, and every day is a blessing. So a lot of people say, why is it so easy? No. You're just looking at the peak of the iceberg. You're not seeing everything underneath the water. You're not seeing the hustle. You're not seeing the headaches. You're not seeing the studying, the nights without sleep. You're not seeing all that. But eventually you will get there. Julio, what you got?
How you doing, Victor? Nice to actually be on a Zoom with you for once. But my question was actually on marketing. So for someone just barely starting out in the business, not doing any marketing or anything at all, what strategies do you see would be the most efficient to do for someone who's just starting?
I would definitely do lives. You know, Josh can help you on a couple of things. Josh helps me on a couple on my marketing.
Meeting lo unnanu.
And so you're able to go back and utilize this group, okay? Ask for help. You know, I do a lot of lives. The reason why I do lives is for education, right? You want to go back and tell a story. If you're able to go back and capture people's attention, tell them what you're able to do. If you want to be a wholesaler, because you do other things too. You've done flips before.
Yeah, I've done a couple flips and now I'm getting into wholesaling.
So go ahead and bring that into your lives. Hey, this is what I do. I can help you. Here's my number. This is how you contact me. Here's my email. Boom, 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 boom. And post it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whoever wants to hear you, and give you and do the link. That's going to help you a lot. Get your electronic business card and put your story in there. And that's how you go back and promote. And whenever you go to the meetups, this is where it's so important, guys. Go to meetups to go back and become known. And then you tell your story there and you give them your information. But use the link, business card. I like it. Vin is going to go back and set me up an ambassador so I can get paid too. Drips. And then we're able to go back and help each other out that way. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Next. Who's next? Nathan, I'm gonna call on you, dude. I know you have questions.
Hey, I just don't know like how the whole contracts work, like the paperwork and stuff.
What I would do, since your mom's also a big dog, I will study the big dog course, the 12-week course. It will definitely help you because you're going to have so much knowledge in those courses. You're going to do it. My daughter did it. Victoria did it. She understood. She has her first property. She is an investor. So go through that. And it's going to show you exactly the strategies of what you need to do to go back and become a wholesaler, to become an investor, and to become educated into this world that we call real estate.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Who has a question? Aya. I love Aya.
I want to raise my hand. Let me see how I do that.
Okay, go ahead, Vernon. Tell me.
No,
My
I want to
phone
raise I did
died.
not raise my hand. Oh, go ahead. I'll go after.
Oh, that's okay. No, Victor, I just want to let you know I'm at 1%. So great presentation, great group of people. You guys keep listening to Victor. He'll lead you in the right way.
All right, girl. Go ahead, Vernon.
All right, Victor, lead us in the right direction, my brother. Did you give me permission? Can you hear me?
Yeah, here you go ahead.
Okay, now I look like I was blocked. So everybody on the live, if you don't know who I am, I'm Vernon. You know, I really want to go hard on multifamily. I mean, I want to go HAM. For all you young folks that don't know what that means, that's hard as a mother. Right. So I want to go hard. And if you want to go hard, I'm looking for, you know, some folks who want to work with me to take down, you know, anywhere from, you know, 100 units up. I want to get 1,000 doors in 5 years, if not more. So I need help underwriting, catching the deals, I can find them. I can talk to people, I can negotiate them, but I do need help underwriting those deals. I need help with financing those deals. I don't want to do it by myself because I want help, because I want everybody to have the opportunity to experience what I'm going to experience, because it's going to happen. And I want to take some folks on a ride with me. If you're already on a ride, I don't mind jumping on. I ride in the passenger seat for a little while, but hey, I want to do whatever it takes, y'all. Get that team and get moving up.
And that's beautiful, Vernon, because you know you and I have been talking for what, a month, I think, by now, and
It's
we
been at least 2 months.
Has it been that long?
At least, because that 30 unit was about a month and a half ago.
Okay, so, but you know, I couldn't help you then because I was working a couple of things. So I found a solution, and I want Rondo to come and talk to you. But what we're trying to go back and do is build the multifamily group here too, right? I think some of the single families already left, so that's okay. But to get to where we want to become generational wealth is going to be in the commercial side. So Rondo has already set up, and we've talked several times on deals. I say, hey, take a look at this. I did my underwriting, see what you think. And he's like, well, just a little bit off here and there. So he has a way and I have a way. But I know if I send it to him, he'll look at it. And he says, this is too skinny. It needs to be at this dollar amount. And that's what you need. And that's what you're looking for too, Vernon. Is him and also Venkat. Venkat's already done a couple of deals too. So this is the reason why I introduced all that tech stream that I built. That's the select few that he's going to be doing the commercial side. And we can start venting other people who wants to do it, but we have to go back and get there will be a process. Okay. Ronaldo's going to be taking lead. He's going to be the tip of the spear now. And then the reason why is because has more experience than I do. So you want to talk a little bit about it, Ronaldo?
Yeah. A pleasure to meet everybody here. Yeah, if you're interested in multifamily, that's what I love to do. I love construction multifamily because the scale of multifamily you cannot find anywhere else. I started investing in syndications myself, like almost 4 years ago now, and just looking for people that can partner. It's a game, I'd say, that you cannot do by yourself. So in the deals I'm in, there's always somebody that's good at something, but has no idea about something else. And that's the whole point of this whole thing. You know, somebody it's good at finding deals, but it's not good at underwriting. Other people are good at connecting people and finding money, but it's not good at underwriting or not good at talking with brokers and finding deals. So you need all these different people to come together and get deals done. That's how I've been involved in all their deals in the past, and I see that keep moving forward. So we'll definitely set up some meetings, and whoever's interested in diving deep. Like I don't want somebody to just like get in the group and trying to like nibble on multifamily. No, like we want to, you know, you said $1,000 in what, 10 years?
5 years.
5 years. I want at least 10. I want at least 1,000 a year. So,
I like it. I like it. I'm trying to be conservative, right, Victor?
Hey man, go big or go bigger, man. Go big or go bigger.
so I am. I mean, it's a multiplier game. You know, you need, and the whole point of multifamily is that you're partnering with a bunch of people. So, in a lot of times, whenever you go to these big syndications, you know, you're talking about a bunch of doors, but you only have a certain percentage of that. So doors is not necessarily the biggest metric right there. You want to know, you know, how much are you invested in actually one of those doors. So like, you know, I've been doing this actively for 6 months and I'm almost to $1,000, right? But I have a very small percentage on those doors. And my goal is to keep getting more doors and keep raising that percentage that I'm in each one of those doors. And we do that by having better, you know, better connections, talking to better people, kind of narrowing out the group and finding out who is better and what, and kind of getting the aspect together, which, you know, I'm interested to doing everything with all of you here. I don't know specifically what, Victor, what else you want me to talk about, but that's kind of my plan. You know, whoever's very, you know, very passionate about multifamily, I want us to get together and learn from one another. I'm not like any like crazy super knowledgeable on everything multifamily, but there are specific things in there that I'm very good at, and I focus on those things, and for all the other things I find people that are good at, you know, and that's the key, I'd say.
No, absolutely, because you made the best point possible, is that everybody has a certain skill set that you're able to utilize in the team. Vernon, I don't know how you do it, but you can find deals left and right. That's awesome. And one of our biggest struggles is finding a deal. But finding a good deal, Vernon, this is where Ronald is going to show you how to start doing a quick and dirty napkin underwriting, okay? Because then it's going to go back and say, instead of having a stack of 50 deals, you may only have 10 good ones. And then out of the 10 good ones, we need to go back and do due diligence. And that's where we need to get the P&L and the T12. And then after you do the due diligence, that 10 goes to the like 4. And then we'll put the LOI in for the 4, and we might capture 1. I'm okay with that, right? It's all a numbers game, right? And so once you understand what the true process is, because it could be 50, but it could be 150. We don't know yet, because it's all a numbers game. And then Josh himself, he's in construction. You know, he's doing development and everything else. You know, he's going to be a good asset for value add or something. If there's some extra land that is built, are we able to add another building? Are we able to add a dog park? What's the value add that we're able to capture in that wasted space? Because we got to utilize it and got to make money for it. You know, you're just not going to leave valuable land alone. If it's going to be a punty green or a chipping green, hey, that's still a value add, right? You're just not going to leave it there. So Wendy, I see you taking notes and everything else. I know you have questions.
I'm actually sending Renato a message in the chat for him to text me so that we can connect. I've got lots of questions for him. So I am kind of transferring over from single family to multifamily commercial real estate. So I'm just drinking through a fire hose right now, you know, learning and what are the familiarities, what are the differences, you know, and just Victor and I got connected. I'm a big dog and a 10Xer. Victor said he's never found somebody with all three, the sub 2, 10Xers and big dogs. It's either one or the other, or 2 or the other. So But anyhow, yeah, Renato, I'm going to send you my phone number in the chat and text me. I'd like to pick your brain some more.
Well, he's also part of the chat that I sent.
Yeah, I was looking through that, trying to find, scrolling back through, trying to find his number.
If not, I'll send it to you too, or Rolando can send it to you.
Yeah, I can put in the chat here as well.
Okay, awesome.
Hey, another pro tip on your name, put your phone number on it, just like me.
Yeah, I know. I need to do that. That's a good idea.
Venkat, my friend, my brother, talk to me.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Victor, brother, great presentation. Thank you for putting this together. Really appreciate that. Can you all hear me well?
Yes, we're good.
Okay, yeah, I started my about myself. I started my real estate journey in DFW when I moved back to Florida, where I was from. So started single family. Last 1 year, I've been transitioning into multifamily. You know, you already got scoop of multifamily from Victor, Vernon, and Renato. So I have similar goals. Actually, I'm constantly underwriting the deals because of the equity market. We're kind of, you know, all the interest rates, what's happening right now, right? So as Victor said, underwriting is critical so that you need to make sure it's a great deal. So I have goal to acquire several doors, like 1,000 a year, like Renato said. This is more, I mean, real estate is a team sport. Multifamily is more team sport. Like I would say, like even, as I said, like there are several team members required, from deal finding to acquisition, asset management, finding money, fundraisers, everything. So everybody plays key role. So the best way is, you know, connect with, you know, experienced syndicators like Renato, and, you know, get onto the deals. Whatever you're getting, it's like all the deal finders and deal makers are called like general partners. You need to be part of GP team. So we can go over like in future meetings when we to get into the details, but that's what I'm not expert in land. I would like to do one thing. That's multifamily right now.
Awesome, awesome. My man, Mark.
Hello, everybody. I love this group. Thank you so much again, Victor. I just love what you've done. I've been bragging about you, and it's like this guy took from where he started, from his regular job to jumping out of here from a you know, 6-figure job, and just the whole story that many people have gone through, but they didn't tell the story. And like you said, you get on there and just doing videos, and I just remember during the whole COVID situation, I'm all over the country, and I keep seeing Victor pop up on the screen. Hey guys, just hang on in there. We had the Texas apocalypse, and he's like, just hang on in there, just another day, and we don't have water. And he was the spirit of people that were drinking pool water, literally, to survive over here. But Victor was the breathing life of that. And so I really appreciate you for all that you do for everybody. Our motto over here, and a bunch of you've heard my story, so I'll spare you the details of that, but we run a hybrid model that we mix the commercial model on a residential, on a commercial. We mix the two using the short-term rental, mid-term rentals for executives on down the line. And so initially, whenever you buy properties or get properties, you have the cost involved. And so you can, you know, in our case with the short-term rentals, you can go and do 1,000 units, and then you're going to furnish it using the freak out fund it yourself program, which doesn't work for anybody. Or you can have, 1,000 investors just doing one, and they're paying for everything. That's investor one. Investor two pays for the asset. And so in that triage right there, we found that, a nice middle body. Normally when you acquire property, i.e. the multifamilies, you wait for that big payout in the end. Well, what about the middle? We focus on the beginning, the middle, and the end all at the same time. So it's value add to all sides. So we really like that model. We've been through many different types of models, and this is one we found that's worked the best for us. And we also, for example, we with our short-term rentals, we target travelers. A certain type of traveler fits a certain place, and with that, and we spoil the hell out of the guests. And they pay a lot of money, but they get spoiled like no other. This model also is built out of a 506C, 506B, accredited investors, non-accredited. So we have a lot of moving parts to this, and so that's why I met Vernon today. I'm just like, Vernon, we're on the same page. We're on the same rocket ship. You hear me? So we're ready to take it to another level, to the next planet. He's got so much to offer, and then I'm at 1,000%. You can ask Wendy over here. I'm at 1,000% all the time. Oh, and I just want to give a shout out to Wendy. Wendy went to Costa Rica with me, and she, I'll fight a bear, but I can't drive on those cliffs, okay? I mean, we were driving on the edge of cliffs, and Wendy's like, just relax. I was like, it's the 5,000-foot drop over there, But anyway.
Oh, you did just fine. We had a lot of fun. It was an amazing trip. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no better person than Wendy. I mean, she gave me the name to one of my companies. And it's called, she said, look, don't you worry, I got you all nestled in right here. So I built a company called Nestled Paradise. Okay,
oh
just
my
because
God, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I mean, it was a fear factor for me, but the biggest fear I have is being afraid of something. So I'm gonna do it anyway, but I'll be cringing. Anyway, I'll dial back and say, I'm open to any kind of questions, and I believe in helping people along the way. I started out buying fourplexes when I didn't get promoted in the Army, and I bought a lot of them. But my first fourplex, as some of you heard the story before, I said I can do everything. I tried to fix everything. I got up under there and started fixing the plumbing, and it flooded the whole place. I mean, everything everywhere. It cost me so much money. A plumber came in there and fixed it in an hour. So you got to learn how to utilize people with the skill set. You can't do everything. That's what Shanoa says all the time. Pay the people so they do what they do best, and get in, get out of there, and you can move on with your world. So that's my recommendation to all. I'll digress from there.
Absolutely, and guys, this group is here with a strategy. I ask people to come here for specific reasons, and because they have this extra skill set that I don't have, but I know that if I put them in the group, this group just became that much stronger. So please talk to everybody here, because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know until you know. So now you know. Oh no? Okay. Veen, you want to talk a little bit?
Yes. I just don't know what to talk about. Yeah, so like Victor been say about the digital business card. Just let me know if you need help on it. I can help you, and then give you some and you Victor ambassador link to get some discount when you buy some physical product from Link. And also I'm a connector like Victor, and I would love to become at his level to connect to the bigger deals. So I'm also in the sub too. I've been connect to people, to private money lender need funding. Not every single deal that I connect successfully, but that's what I try to help to people. So far, I only help people to connect on the single family, single family home, or duplex, less than 200,000 from the private money lender. And mostly they're gonna be need for the rehab. For short term, up to 6 months. That's why I'm trying to help people, raising their rehab money now. And also I also connect with different buyer that are looking for, like, they're looking for different thing, that if you had a deal that you need to dispose your deal, let me know. Because like with my network, I think I can help you to find end buyer.
Awesome. And remember, she's the badass of the link lady. We're gonna start calling you Link Lady.
Okay. Yes.
Help me dispose all my single families.
Yeah, I try. Yeah, I mean, like, I think.
Yeah, we have 17 in Texas.
Oh, in Texas. Yes. So is it Fick and
Okay,
Flick?
we'll connect later. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
connect
connect.
later.
Sure.
Write his number down.
I
Hey,
take a
Dee,
picture. Yes.
Did you just move to Austin? From where?
From Seattle.
Oh, see, I'm from the Northwest. I was born in Seattle and grew up in Eastern Washington.
Oh, nice.
But you're in Texas now.
Yeah, I mean, like more like Kyle, Texas, like 50 minutes down south from Austin. Yeah.
Well, regardless, welcome to Texas.
Yeah, thank you.
Randall, you want to talk? Randall?
Yes, Victor, this is Randy. I just wanted to thank you for all the support you've given me and the list that you sent me the other day. I just want to let you know that I've been working towards that. And
awesome.
I appreciate all the value that you brought to the table and bringing all these people together.
It's just starting, brother.
It. It's just starting, man. I'm working it. Just getting on the phone, trying to call my time off and make things happen. I'm gonna get lucky one time.
That's all.
Hopefully soon.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you a lot.
All right, Leslie. Hello. She on? All right, Josh, my friend.
What's that?
You tell me. What do you think?
I think it's a good looking group. If yeah, guys, I'm in the development stuff up in Canada, so I mean the rules and stuff for me are a little bit different than you guys. Similar, but a little bit differently put together. Like wholesaling and stuff is a thing here, but it's a little bit frowned upon with the whole realtor board and all that stuff. So we don't do too much of it, but there's groups doing it. But if anybody has any questions as far as real estate development, that side of it, feel free to let me know. If you have an iPhone, you can text me, but otherwise use the WhatsApp group. And then, yeah, just let me know what you guys got. And if there's anything you're looking for money or if you want people to be a part of, by all means, let me know. Victor knows how to get a hold of me all the time. So, and Victor didn't bring up the topsoil story, but
go ahead.
So Victor is looking at a property. Where was that property at?
It was near Aubrey,
Texas. Yeah. Anyway, he's looking at it. There was like it was like a gravel area at the front, and it had like set up for boat and RV storage. And he's looking at the back half of it that comes with it, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna have to strip all this and get rid of it and whatever." And I was like, "Hang on a minute, before you just get rid of that, it's like if you strip the grass off, put a plant there, and sell the topsoil, that quantity, you basically buy the land for free." Victor's like, "What the fuck?" Like he was just gonna throw it away. So I'm a dirt guy, I'm a civil guy, I do all that side of the development for our development team. So if you guys need something, by all means reach out.
Absolutely, because he brought, and especially with land, right? And that's why if you don't know, you don't know, but when you know, right? And it's one of those things is that if you don't ask the question or at least discuss the situation, the question will never be brought up. And so it was just having a conversation with Josh on, hey, I'm gonna go back and sell all the dirt. Well, I mean, get rid of the dirt. I was like, well, why don't you just sell it, make money? I'm like, what? You can do that?
Yeah, I don't know if too many people in here are doing like new builds and stuff, but single family is pretty straightforward. When you get into multifamily or you're doing a development, there's a lot of unseens, and your most expensive cost is getting up out of the ground with the civil works, as Victor's learning right now with the other side of stuff. But because there's so many unseens that you can't put a number on when you're doing your budgeting. So our team does pretty good at it. But I mean, by all means, like I said, if you need something, just reach out.
Josh, where are you located?
I'm in Canada, about 4 hours north of Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was there like last month. Okay.
Yeah. In Vancouver?
Yeah, I came on a Alaska cruise.
Oh yeah, right on.
And then
That's where everybody comes then.
Yeah, then we did a 2-day tour to Vancouver. So
right on.
It was,
Right on.
Yeah,
You gotta share how Alaska was.
it was fun, but I got COVID
Oh, wow.
after the cruise.
Well, it's because you're on the cruise, man. What would you want to be with a boat with all those people, man?
Yeah.
I'd rather stick with a flight for 2.5 hours and just deal with it and not deal with them all the time.
Yeah.
Did you make it up to Alaska?
Pardon? Sorry?
Did you make it up to Alaska in Alaska?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you well. Sorry.
I was just asking what part of Alaska you was able to get up to. There's a big mountain up there called Alaska that a lot of the cruises go through.
I believe there are a couple of places. I think, yeah, they're not on my top of head, but yeah, a couple of places I went there. Yeah.
No worries.
Awesome. Well, guys, I know I kept y'all a little bit over than I expected. Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay. Ronaldo's going to go back and take point on the multifamily. He's going to go back and set up the schedule on how he wants to go back and do it. I'll probably pop in too, because please invite me. I want to be part of it too, as much as I want to. But right now, with the deal that is in hand right now, that's going to take all my focus to it. I do not want to leave this group alone. I know it's in good hands with all of you here, because this is our group. This isn't Victor's group. This is our group. So please take very good care of it, take care of each other, and help each other to succeed. This is your job. All right. This is the price of admission. All right, because you're not paying for it. It's free. But the education's there too. But don't forget to pay homage to the person who puts it all together when you become millionaires and billionaires. I had to throw it in there. But we're here to help each other, guys. It's like, how can we not help each other? It's ridiculous to do everything by yourself. It's no fun. I have not yet done a deal by myself. I don't want to. I want to enjoy the celebration together. And I also want to cry together, because it's going to hurt losing $25,000 out of your own money that you bet on the wrong horse. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. I got to figure out a way to make it work. And every deal is not a home run, but it is a learning opportunities for you to go back and sharpen your skill set. Positive thinking has to be job one. Negativity has to be going to the wayside. The words you use today is what you're able to go back and become a better person, right? So let me see, hold on. There's a couple of things I want to tell you before I leave y'all. The greater the setback, the greater the comeback. Tim Story. One of my favorite ones is, what you think is what you say. What you say is what you do. And what you do becomes your legacy. So let's go ahead and do what we need to do to go back and build a legacy. You know, I have my daughter, she had to leave in it. I have my other daughter doing my books. Wynn has Nathan. And if you have kids, show them what the possibility is, because this was never, I never grew up with this type of education. My education was go to school, get a job, work it, retire, 401k. If you're not going to go back and use your head, you got to use your hands and your body. And I wasn't going to dig ditches. That was not my persona. I picked strawberries at the age of 12, 13 years old. You know, that's not fun. Being a migrant worker sucks. You know, mowing yards when you're like, how old was I? 9 years old, I think, 10 years old when I first started mowing yards. Hated it. Hot. Going up and down in a straight line. It sucked. But the money was fun. But, you know, we're in a new technology age now that we're able to go back and do so much more now. With this little black box right here, you capture the world. I'm actually working with Josh on another deal outside of real estate. Well, it's still real estate, but it's a different real estate, something that I was never thinking about doing. Why am I doing that? It's because the opportunity of this land deal is going to give me a tool to use it as an engine to work with everybody here. It's not just Josh. It's when the commercial team here gets those deal ready to go and close and say, here, who wants in? It's like, how much you need? Let's take it down. Who do you need? How much do you need? Let's go back and find the money. I have millionaires and billionaires phone number here. If you need it, let's use it. I'm not going to go back and use them for single family. It'd be idiotic. I'll look dumb. But I will definitely use them for the multifamily. Day in and day out and twice on Sunday. Because you know why? It is easier to ask for $35 million than 35,000. Did you know that? Who knows that?
I heard that.
Do you know how hard it is to get $35,000 freaking
Really hard.
But do you know how simple it is to take 35 million? It blows your freaking mind because we're taught scarcity. But once you understand that it's a business and you give them good data and they're all about the numbers, they're going to be happy to write that freaking check out. And here you go, make it work.
Victor, I want to add something when you're talking about our other venture. No matter what business or path you guys end up going on, there's always a way to have real estate involved in it. Like construction companies never think that far. They think, oh, we're just a construction company. Somebody has to own the yard that you work at. That yard's going to appreciate in value, so you can bring cash flow to your business later. Like there's always different aspects to real estate. People just don't look at it that way. So there'll be land that Victor will own more land in Alberta.
International, baby. We're not just going to stop here. I'm actually talking to a friend of mine. She's a 10X licensee, and she wants to own property in Vietnam. I was like, let's go. She already has the connections. Her family it's well in real estate, but she has never had an eye for real estate in Vietnam. But now what's happening in my life and knowing her, knowing me, and me doing what I'm doing, there's that opportunity. Who wants to own property in Vietnam? I know I do. Why wouldn't you? the people there, I can't wait to go visit because she invited me to go there because she's going to do a conference. Her name is Moza. Moza is a 10Xer. She is an awesome person. It's I met her through the 10X community. You know, she's a coach. She also, whoever wants anything from 10X, go through Moza, because she can get you all the tickets, all the books, all the information, everything you want 10X, she is able to capture it. And if you're nice with her, you can talk to her and she can probably give you a better deal than the people up there at Grant's office. I'm actually.
You're awesome. You're an extraordinary connector. My son, I'm so grateful that you've invited my son to this call tonight. That is my dream is to build that generational wealth. We've got to hop off, but I want to just thank you so much, and we'll see you next call.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you very much, Victor. I learned a
Can't wait to
lot
see you.
today, and I appreciate you taking me in here and not, pushing me away. It's great.
Absolutely. Don't forget to do the homework. Start.
Yes, of course.
Okay, that I'm gonna call you. I have your phone number. Okay, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna text you tomorrow. You better start at week 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I will. Definitely. The knowledge feels great.
Awesome. Hey guys, I don't want to keep you long. Thank you very much. You'll start seeing some text going through to talk about the commercial real estate. It's going to be for a selected few. It's not for everybody, but just keep your eye on it. If you want to get into it, there is a gatekeeper. Ronaldo's going to be the gatekeeper, and then go from there. Y'all have a nice evening. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming. I enjoyed it. Thank you for the conversation. Let's do it again.
Thank you.
All right.